The overall message this year really was, we do this because we want to do hard things, we want to work on our community, and we want to work on our culture. Welcome back to Hidden Oaks Homestead. We're back home. We just got home from a very inspiring and motivating weekend up in Virginia at the Homesteaders of America conference. We just got back in today. It's been a long travel day home, but I really felt like I had to put a recap out for you guys to really share why these community events and these get-togethers are so important.
And the nature of a farm is that it runs on two inputs, sunlight and rainfall. If I have to import my fertility, my feed, my food, then I don't have the independence of a farm.
This year was our second year at the HOA. Last year was the first time it was back after the whole country and the whole world was shut down after COVID. So there were a lot of things that worked out a little bit different this year. Our travel worked out different. We planned ahead a little bit more. And overall, the event was just amazing. All the organizers and the volunteers did an amazing job to make this the best event that it can be. Everybody worked together. Everybody came together as a community, and it was an amazing event spread over 2 days where everybody came together to learn, to exchange ideas, and to build community.
So some things to keep in mind in my part, have them post them. Normally
Where Chip and I were a little bit hesitant last year to just go up and speak to people, it was a lot easier for us this year. It felt like we're just going to a family reunion, seeing old friends, seeing family, and reuniting. And it was an amazing feeling to go and meet back up with friends from far away, from close by, who all went to the same place to get that same experience. The organizing team for the Homesteaders of America always put together great panels with great background stories and great experience to bring to the table that they can share. This year, honestly, Chip and I only went to 4 sessions altogether. The other sessions were all amazing as well. However, a lot of the things we've learned from doing ourselves already, and we spent most of our time networking and frolicking with our friends that we've made over the last couple of years in doing this homesteading thing.
It's caldo. Yeah, caldo is soup. But her video, she's branding it. So fermented homestead.
Some of the key takeaways that we got away from with this conference was that we can do it. It gets hard. Things are not always rosy. And that's the case for everybody who's in this lifestyle, whether you've been doing it for 20, 30, 40 years or you're just starting. Hard is not going to go anywhere. And the overall message this year really was, we do this because we want to do hard things, we want to work on our community, and we want to work on our culture. We really loved listening to Jill Winger this year. She had an amazing talk about how our culture has sort of deteriorated over the years, and we're afraid to do hard work. And I have to agree on that 100%. Homesteading and farming is hard work. We do hard things every day, and not only do we do it for ourselves and for our families, but to build a better community, a more stable community, and being able to share and give back to the community as well. Another great talk that we learned a lot from and we took a lot of notes back with us was Sean and Beth Doherty. If you don't know who they are, make sure you check them out. They have so much knowledge about how to run a farm as sustainable as possible without any outside input. So when we're talking about outside input, we're talking about feed, we're talking about water, we're talking about vet bills and things like that. And their goal over the last 20-30 years in building their farm has been to learn, to give back to the land, to reestablish the land, and feed their farm animals and raise their own food when it comes to vegetables as well as meat as much as possible from their own harvest. So we learned a lot of great things. We got to come home with a book from them, and we got to come home with some seeds that I'm really, really excited about. Another talk we learned a lot from was from Daniel Salatin. He shared some ways in how to move cattle around, how to move animals around in rotational grazing to make sure that they get the most nutrition, they don't get bored, they stay healthy, and you give back to the land as you're rotating them by making sure you give your land rest and giving the nutrition time to recover and come back as beautiful green grass and plants to eat again for your grazers. So we learned a lot from that talk. We've made a lot of notes again, and we're looking forward to hopefully implementing some of the Salatin and Polyphase farm ways here as well. There's some work involved initially to get it set up and get the animals trained, but we're excited to try out some new things because it could really help us here with our Florida dirt to put some nutrition back into the ground. Last, we had a chance to listen to our friend Natalie, who is a worm farmer out in California. If you don't know what a worm farm is, go look her up. Her channel and Instagram handle is Hey, It's a Good Life. She's got a lot of really great information that can apply to you on a small scale, whether you have a balcony garden, an in-ground garden, a raised bed garden, or whatever you do to grow your food. Worm castings and worm farming is really, really beneficial for whatever size gardening you're doing. So if you don't know who Natalie is, make sure you look her up. She's got a lot of great information out there. She has online courses that you can take if you're interested in learning more about worm farming. And she's just an awesome human being. All in all, we really enjoyed her talk and seeing her and hanging out with her. If you have a chance to go to one of the Homesteader of America events or an event close to you, definitely go. I encourage you to go, build community around yourself, get to know people who are interested in the same kind of lifestyle as you are, build each other up, help each other, learn from each other. There are tons of events now coming up around the country, all over the place. We down here host the Gulf Coast Homesteader meetup at the end of October that we've been planning for about a year now with our friends over there at Dusty Goat. And it's going to be an amazing opportunity to again get together, have some exchange of thoughts, some new ideas, motivation from each other, helping each other, and just knowing that you are not the only one that runs into these walls, runs into these rocks and boulders in the road. And it's so encouraging to know that you have a community around you and you can build a community around you that cares and that can help you and is there to move you forward. If you were at the conference and we didn't get to meet you, I'm sorry. I hope we can meet you soon. Maybe you'll come out to our event. Maybe we'll see you at another one. We really enjoy going to these events and conferences just to meet people, exchange ideas, and learn from each other. And we will see you in the next video. I'm gonna get to some laundry and getting ready for my work week ahead, but I wanted to check in and share a little bit with you guys before I go back to my day today.